Hello and welcome back to DTRX episode 13, and in this episode we're going to be cutting out the wheel arches on our Fiesta to accommodate these new fiberglass Group 2 arches. There's going to be a lot of grinding in this one. It seems a shame to cut away the wheel arch actually, because it's still pretty solid under there, but the wheel was rubbing on it anyway, so that's not ideal. You end up with the back of the car influencing the front. It's almost like applying a brake from where the wheel's rubbing on the wheel arch. So I'm going to get stuck in. So I'm going to start by simply drawing underneath here where I think the wheel arch needs to sit. I've already made my line around the top here where the wheel arch is going to sit, but on here I'm just looking at the shape of the outer wheel arch and just judging by the inner wheel arch whereabouts roughly I want it to be. Now we don't need a lot to be taken off the front and the back. It's obviously the height we're trying to lose. So it will be a bit of a sort of shape. So I'm just going to mark that in roughly where that's going to sit. I'm not going to go right up to the wheel arch either, because we don't need to. It's just in the middle there we're going to. Now that line is going to be hideous because I'm doing it upside down with a pen, but it's a rough line. Something or nothing like that. So we can take our wheel arch off now and then start looking at cutting some of this wheel arch away. So as we can see there's our very wavy line as to where we want that wheel arch. Now that is going to be the highest point through there, and then what we're going to do is cut just under that. I might have to go a little bit. Whee. There we go, like that. Let's get rid of that. We're going to cut just under that so I can fold a lip upwards, and all that is to do is literally so we can weld the inner wheel arch to it when we put that bit in. Otherwise it'll get a little bit tricky, so we want to try and do a nice evenish cut just on the inside of that line. Something or nothing like that. Let's get the grinder. Rightio. So if you're doing this kind of thing for the first time, that makes two of us. I've never done this before, so I am making it up as I go along. So probably best to watch to the end of the video if you're going to start doing this, and then you'll see if I've managed to actually achieve it or not. If not, ignore everything I've said up until this point and to the end of the video, because it'll be a waste of your time. So I'm just going to get the pliers and just slowly turn that edge up. us a nice edge. Once we've hammered that about a little bit, give us a nice edge to weld our inner to. And also, it should keep the shape of that quarter panel nice, because you've got a swage line almost all the way around. That's the theory anyway. So that's what we've been left with after that little bit of work. We've got nice clearance now for our wheel, and that's our hole that we need to try and patch across, which I'm just going to do with a flat plate of steel and then stitch weld it in. I'm not going to seam weld it in because it'd be way too much weight. But yeah, that's a nice big wheel arch. We'll see how our wheel arch fits over the top, just make sure that looks alright. So that will sit something like that. So, just going to spray some U-Pole primer on there. This is just a weld-through primer. I've marked round where I want the plate to sit roughly. I've cut a 6.5 inch strip of steel, and then what I'm going to do is try and lay that on the line that I've got in here, which will show through this primer, and then get some tacks on it, tack it to the outside as we go, sort of work from one end round, and then I'll trim off the excess from the outside. And that should leave us with a nice lip all the way around. And then, yeah, I'll probably weld that from the top as well. It's just be easier, save being underneath. I've got to weld that from underneath, but I can stitch these bits in from the top and then just trim it off from the outside. So, spray some of that. And the main effect of that is to stop any rust forming. Covers up any bare metal. Now you're also probably wondering why there is a stripe on here. Now that's a little giveaway as to what's going to go on with the paint side of things. Just trying out a few little ideas for now. But there wasn't really a massively famous Mk2 Fiesta that raced. They're all Mark 1s. So I'm sort of half wondering whether I make a Fiesta that never was. So just do my own colours and run with it. But I'm undecided on that. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So I've got my wheel arch cut out. I've got my strip ready to weld in. I've come across a bit of a problem which needs a bit of solving before I go any further. And that is the coilover that I want to fit on the back here is going to be a similar design to this, probably a bit shorter. Now I've noticed that the hole for the top mounting is very, very close to the body, and I think with the 2 1/4 spring on there, it's going to foul the inner wheel arch. So I don't want to weld this in and then find out I've got to cut it all out again. So I think with this job, I'll do the other side, wait until the shock absorber turns up, and then go from there as to whether I need to make some modifications to the shocker top mounting area. Obviously I'm going to have to turret it anyway, so it's going to need a bit of modification, but I can turret it and it still go back on a beam if it needs to. So a bit of homework to do. I'm going to make a few calls and see if I can figure that out, and then we'll go from there. But otherwise, very pleased with progress today. That's going to look really smart with that wheel arch on there, and also our wheels got lots and lots of clearance. I'll just show you that. That's our lower arm on there, and that will move freely now. It's in its utmost up position. It's not going to catch anything or foul anywhere, so that'll be nice. The plan, I need to get moving with it because I'm sort of running behind. I keep coming across little problems that are holding me up, so I need to get on top of that really. The front end, I was going to get a little bit sent away to the powder coaters, but I haven't done it, so that's left me behind a little bit. So I'm going to paint them bits up, probably in next week's video, and just get the front end put back together so it's back on its wheels again at the front. I might paint the front end because with the colour scheme I'm going to go for, the wings, front panel, inner and outer are going to be white anyway, so I might just paint that, and other bits on the car are going to be a different colour. It might be a bit wild. It will stand out. A little bit of a nod to my old autograss car, and yeah, bright but different. I think we're going to keep the sign writing a bit old-fashioned, but yeah, we'll see. A lot of decisions to be made, a lot of homework to do. But if you made it this far in this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out some of our other videos, the content up until date. There's plenty more to come. I need to pull my finger out and get on with it. So I'll probably do the other side that won't be on film. I just need to get on with it, and hopefully in a couple of weeks' time we'll have some shock absorbers to play with. Front can be put back together. We'll do a bit more paint, a bit more bodywork, and start to see this all start to take a bit of shape. We seem to be going backwards a lot. I want to go forwards a little bit, at least take one step forwards. We've taken about 12 back, and get us closer to doing a bit of testing. I think testing in May is a bit optimistic now, unless I flintstone it with some trolleys underneath. But yeah, we'll see. You never know. Sometimes it just flies together. Probably not on this one. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.